Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to walk you through an analysis which I did in Oracle Analytics to understand the problem of attrition being faced by a company. The dataset is sourced from Kaggle. The goal of this analysis is to highlight the pain points so that the business leaders have the right information to formulate a retention strategy. And in this video, we will see how using advanced visuals and charts we can achieve this goal. Not only that, I have used the AutoML feature in Oracle Analytics to find the drivers of attrition, and that to me is super interesting. So let us get started. And first, let us look at the charts and visuals. On the top left section, we have the big picture, and you can read off the numbers. Attrition is about 16% overall. As data is for a single year only, we will use this as a baseline to identify which pockets of population are experiencing higher than average attrition. Now, moving on to the charts, notice that the dashboard is divided into three sections: left, middle, and right. We will first cover the charts in the left section. I've used donut charts for different departments. Glancing at it, we see that sales and HR are facing higher than average attrition. Let's look at job role. I've used a reference lines which quickly tell us what are the top roles which are facing higher than average attrition. I've used a radar chart for job level. It's clear looking at this chart that most of the population in this company is working at level 1 and level 2, and that level 1 is facing major attrition. Now let us look at this table. This, in my view, is one of the most important visuals in the dashboard. You might say, how? Can a table be that important? But believe me, in real life, all my stakeholders love tables, and no dashboard is complete without a tabular view. If you pay close attention, notice I have added color and font size in the grammar, which means higher the attrition, darker the color, bigger the font size, more number of people living in this group. This way, I am able to separate those pockets where attrition may be simply high due to low population. This is what I call is removing noise from the signal. So looking at this table, we can infer that sales representatives, lab technicians, research scientists working at job level 1 are some of the segments of population where attrition is really high. Let us now move to the middle section. High attrition is being observed among employees who are traveling frequently for business. Looking at commute, one thing that jumps out from the box plot is that median value of distances being traveled by employees who left in HR was way too higher. So seems like employees in the HR department did not like the longer commute. We have some charts on compensation, stocks, survey scores. These are simple charts and easy for you to interpret, so I will skip them. I would like to spend some time explaining these two charts. First, Marimekko. This chart is my personal favorite. Notice the width of the chart gives me the proportion of this tenure group in population, and within each group, I can see the extent of attrition. Wow, attrition is a super high in 0 to 2 years tenure group. The last chart we are going to see is a scatter plot. We observe pretty positive relation between years an employee spends with the manager versus the years spent in the company. Notice the pink dots, which are for the people who left. These points are mostly clustered around the lower left quadrant of the plot. Pretty interesting insights, right? But I forgot to mention in the beginning that there are more than 30 different variables in the data. And looking at each and every variable against attrition can be very time consuming. So it is here I have used the AutoML feature in Oracle Analytics to find the drivers of attrition. And that is what we will see in the next section. Here we are looking at the coefficients as an output of machine learning algorithm. We have the 30 different variables and the coefficients plotted in this graph. Pink bars show negative correlation with attrition, and brown ones show positive correlation with attrition. Let me explain this with one example each. Let's take job involvement. So, job involvement shows negative correlation with attrition. This means that higher the job involvement, lower the attrition. And intuitively, this makes sense. Employees who are highly involved in their job, they show less likelihood to leave. Now let us take one variable on the positive side. Years since last promotion. The more years since last promotion, the higher the likelihood of the employee leaving. And normally, we see that in real life as well. People do want to get promoted at a faster rate, else they will leave. Notice that some of the variables are showing as zero coefficients. This is simply because there are multiple values within this variable. So, for example, job level has different levels 1, 2, 3. And to get down to the coefficients of each value in this variable, we have this table on the right side. But coming back to this plot, we see variables like job involvement, years since last promotion, were not in the first section where we discussed the charts. These are the hidden insights, which was possible with the application of machine learning within Oracle Analytics. I think this is a super powerful way to analyze the data. After looking at these insights, the business leaders will be better data informed and decide for themselves which specific action they want to take given the constraints of budget and resources they have to work with, and can then formulate best retention strategy. I hope you found the analysis interesting and thank you for listening.